Hi, I'm Fasted Fred. Would you believe me if I told you there's one thing you do every night that only takes a few minutes, but the next morning it determines three very painful things: your energy, your cravings, and your mood. You can exercise diligently, eat disciplinedly, even fast, but if you accidentally press a few wrong buttons at night, you'll wake up feeling like a different version of yourself, sluggish, irritable, craving sweets, and having to drag yourself through the day with coffee and sheer willpower. I say this because I used to live in that exact cycle. Back then, I thought nighttime was my reward time. I worked all day, so I'd eat some carbohydrates to warm my stomach, browse my phone to relieve stress, and sometimes have a little wine to help me sleep. I thought I was taking care of myself, but my body didn't. My body interpreted it as a series of signals indicating that I wasn't ready to rest, that I needed more processing, that I needed more vigilance. As a result, my sleep was tricked in a very subtle way. I still sleep, but not deeply. I often wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes in a strange way, opening my eyes and instantly feeling wide awake as if it were daytime. In the morning, my head feels heavy, my eyes sting, and I feel exhausted. And the worst thing is the craving for sugar. It doesn't come with hunger. It comes with an immediate craving for something sweet. At that time, I blamed myself for being weak. Later, I understood that I wasn't weak. I was just being led astray by the night. So, in this video, I want to make it clear, easy to understand, and engaging so that you can immediately reflect on your own behavior. I will talk about 7 of the most dangerous nighttime habits, the kind that are silently dangerous. Not because they cause you to fall down immediately, but because they disrupt deep sleep, deplete restorative hormones, and pull you into a chain of bad behaviors the next day that you think are part of your personality. I'll start with a habit many people consider small, but is actually the biggest disruptor of sleep: sweets and refined carbohydrates right before bedtime. Bread, noodles, cereal, crackers, biscuits, snacks, then a dessert, a glass of sweetened milk, a little candy, or just something to eat to fill your stomach before bed. The trap lies in the feeling. You feel good, soft, and sleepy after eating. You think it helps you sleep, but inside, your blood sugar has just spiked, and your body immediately switches to processing sugar. Your body has to work when it should be in recovery mode. Nighttime is when the body is best suited to repairing tissue, especially muscle and structure regeneration. Many people refer to growth hormone as a nocturnal rhythm involved in repair and supporting metabolism, including indirectly burning fat because the body prioritizes recovery over storage. But when you introduce sugar close to bedtime, you're disrupting that rhythm. Furthermore, blood sugar doesn't stay still. It goes up and then can drop. And that drop is what really causes you trouble. When blood sugar drops rapidly, your brain perceives it as dangerous because it needs constant energy. Your body activates a warning button to quickly raise blood sugar. That button is often accompanied by adrenaline, and adrenaline prevents you from sleeping. So you might wake up in the middle of the night, feeling uncomfortable, with a slightly rapid heartbeat, a throbbing headache, and lying there, not understanding why. Then the next morning, you wake up tired, and because you're tired, you crave something sweet. See the cycle? A little sweetness at night for a night of poor sleep, and it sells you a day of sugar cravings. The next habit disrupts sleep in a gentler way, but in the long run causes significant insomnia. Screens and bright lights before bed. You think you're just browsing for a bit, but that little bit can keep your brain in daytime mode. Your body needs the dark signal to switch to sleep mode, and the hormone that naturally induces sleepiness is melatonin. Melatonin isn't just a hormone that helps you sleep. It also acts as a powerful antioxidant in the body, supporting nighttime repair processes. However, melatonin is very sensitive to light, especially blue light from phones, computers, and white lights. If you turn on a bright screen right in front of your face, you're telling your brain it's still daytime. As a result, you lie down but your mind won't shut off, you sleep lightly, you dream easily, you wake up easily, and you feel like you haven't recharged. Let me put it simply. If nighttime is when your body cleans and repairs itself, then bright lights and screens are like turning on construction site lights and playing loud music, forcing the entire team to work overtime when they need rest for more focused work. The solution isn't complicated. You just need to dim your world a little before bed. Reduce the brightness of the lights, avoid screens too close to your face, and reduce stimulation. A small change, but many people find that it significantly improves their sleep quality. The third habit is using alcohol to help you sleep. This is a common trap because it gives the feeling of quick results. You drink it and feel drowsy, finding it easy to fall asleep. But alcohol usually doesn't give you truly restorative sleep. It's more like you're knocked out rather than sleeping properly. The body has to prioritize processing the alcohol, meaning it's busy dealing with something it considers a burden first. Therefore, many people who drink alcohol go to sleep early, but wake up in the middle of the night with a dry mouth, irregular heartbeat, or chaotic dreams. The next morning, you're tired, and that fatigue is often accompanied by mild nervous tension, restlessness, and irritability. Alcohol also tends to deplete minerals and cause a deficiency in certain B vitamins, especially those related to the calmness of the nervous system. So, you fall into a familiar cycle: drinking to sleep at night, feeling tired and anxious in the morning, drinking coffee during the day, feeling stressed again in the afternoon, and wanting to drink again at night. Alcohol doesn't just disrupt one night, it disrupts your rhythm for the whole week. If you need a relaxing alternative, many people find that magnesium glycinate, mixed with warm water, sipped slowly before bed, helps the body relax. The glycinate is also related to the calming effect on the brain, helping you fall asleep more easily. Some people also prefer a light, unsweetened, fermented drink as a substitute, but the rule remains: don't use alcohol as a sleep switch. The fourth habit is eating fried foods and salty snacks, especially those made with industrial oils, close to bedtime. This habit leaves you going to bed with a stomach that's already working hard. You lie down with a full stomach, heartburn, burping, and even mild nausea. When your digestive system is processing fried oil and heavy food, your brain finds it difficult to allow you to sleep soundly because your body is still busy. You'll sleep, but wake up feeling heavy, stiff, and inflamed. Many people crave salty foods at night, but cravings are sometimes a sign of mild sodium deficiency, especially for those who sweat a lot or eat a very bland dinner. The problem is that you seek salt by eating chips, crackers, and snacks, inadvertently consuming carbohydrates and fried oil. A very simple trick is that if you really only crave salt, you can adjust your salt intake earlier in the evening, so you don't have to hunt for salty snacks at night. Some people even sleep better with just a little quality salt at dinner because their bodies are less tense, as even a mild sodium deficiency can increase stress signals. The fifth habit is the overuse of sleep-inducing medications, especially sedative antihistamines or sleeping pills. I'm being completely honest here. If your doctor prescribes it, follow their instructions. I'm not advising you to stop on your own, but I want you to understand why many people use these things and wake up feeling groggy, lacking clarity, with poor memory, and feeling like their brain is covered in a layer of fog. In many cases, it's a sedative effect, not restorative sleep, and the body can get used to it, requiring increased doses to see results, which then leads to additional side effects. If you're relying on this group of things regularly, consider it a sign that your sleep patterns need improvement, from light, circadian rhythm, stress, to nighttime eating habits. The sixth habit is holding your phone close to your head while sleeping. I don't need you to argue about the signal. The most certain harm is that the phone is like a hook. A slight vibration, a screen lighting up, a notification, and your brain switches back to daytime mode. Even when you put your phone on silent mode, many people unconsciously reach for it, scroll a little further, and then lose their deep sleep rhythm. That's why some people get enough sleep but still feel tired, because their sleep is fragmented by small awakenings that they don't remember clearly. A very cheap but very effective adjustment is to keep your phone away from your bed. If you need an alarm, put it where you have to get up to turn it off. If you're charging it, don't let the cord and phone lie close to your pillow. You're reducing your chances of disrupting your own sleep. The seventh habit is prolonged sleep deprivation. This is what destroys everything because it not only makes you tired, it makes you crave things, makes you irritable, makes it difficult to control your eating, and pulls you into a cycle of fat gain. Lack of sleep increases the body's energy needs quickly, meaning cravings for sweets and carbohydrates. It makes you more impulsive in your decisions. It makes you more prone to snacking. It makes it harder to concentrate. And then at night, because you're tired all day, you want to reward yourself, scroll, eat, and have trouble sleeping again. The cycle continues. I used to think sleeping less was hard work, but the body pays the price very slowly and surely. At first, you feel sluggish. Then you crave sugar. Then you gain weight. Then you lose motivation to exercise. Then you experience increased stress. And finally, you become a version of yourself you don't like, but you don't understand why. Many times, the answer lies in sleep. Now, I want you to leave this video with a clear conclusion, so you can apply it immediately without having to memorize all 7 habits. Your nighttime routine determines 3 things about the next day: whether you'll be alert, whether you'll crave sugar, and whether you'll be irritable. And these 7 habits disrupt those 3 things through 3 very easy to understand mechanisms. First, they cause your blood sugar to fluctuate, making you sleep lightly, wake up easily, and crave sugar the next day. Second, they keep your brain from shutting off due to light and screens, preventing you from getting deep sleep. Third, they keep your body busy digesting or processing alcohol, disrupting the restorative function of sleep. If you want to start tonight without pressure, just choose one button, the easiest one for you. Some people choose to skip sweets right before bedtime. Some choose to turn down their screens earlier. Some choose to keep their phones away from their beds. Just one change, but done consistently for a few days, and you'll see a difference. And when you see a difference, you'll be motivated to make further adjustments. If you'd like me to help you personalize your sleep schedule, please comment with your habits: sweets, screen time, alcohol, salty snacks, sleep-inducing medications, sleeping too close to your phone, or staying up late. Also, tell me what time you usually wake up or how you feel upon waking. I will read and respond in the simplest, most practical way possible so you can actually do it. Thank you for reading this far. I wish you deeper sleep, lighter awakenings, and that you no longer let the night silently ruin your next day. Goodbye.